technically battle.
Command interface initiated.
Let's get to fighting. Heading out.
Coordinates received.
Hey, reporting enemy contact. Moving out.
Stomping off again. In the midst of the return leg of Grind Expedition.
Waiting for orders.
The search for large robots.
Commander. On my way.
No full large robots have been found.
Affirmative.
The largest of moderate robots may be enough.
Ready for orders.
Time will tell.
Roger. Sensors locked on. Ready for orders. Engage at jump jet. Acknowledged.
A good set of mediums and some initiative-boosted pilots may be enough to carry on with the plot. Break out into new robot fighting frontiers.
Here we go. This should be good. They've got a center lock on me.
All right, everybody, let's get this done. Standing by. Aye, aye. Moving out. Targeting for an alpha strike. How'd that taste? Reporting minimal damage. Orders? Firing all weapons. We can salvage that.
Getting ready to quickly delete the individual light mechs. In the midst of a swarm. It's pretty transferable to the situation that's waiting for us.
Consider it done. Engaging. Reporting vehicle destroyed.
I'm receiving you. Take this.
If we can find the right robot fragments on the way back, we may be able to cement that with a large bot.
Commander? What do you need? Coordinates received. Receiving you. Coordinates received. Affirmative.
There it is.
Yes, Commander.
He's ready. Here to fight.
I'm there. Vehicle down.
Commander? Moving to position. Piece of cake. Got him.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed. Target destroyed. That's a kill.
Waiting for orders. All weapons are gone. That turret is gone. Waiting for orders. No problem.
Now choose the 3 least durable buildings. $150s it is.
Piece of cake.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Bring it down.
I guess you call that a miss.
Standing by. Order acknowledged. Aye.
Enemy structure eliminated. Good to go. Target acquired. One less structure.
Good to go. Move order received. Locked on.
Leopard inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
And so we prepare to walk away from the planet. Come on, then. From the planet where someone is seriously trying to sell an entire dragon on the open market. Who does that?
Bio command.
Engines prime. All hands prepare for transition to thrust gravity. Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Soon we'll finally have an entire hull fully enclosed. Living the dream. Yeah, maybe Med Bay 2 then, after that. Maybe. We have variety of pilots now, so quick recovery isn't too big a deal.
Undocked from jump ship. We're clear. Now entering synchronous orbit. We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
I will take this plus flamethrower.
New weapon systems available.
Plenty of local work. Yeah, I did leave jump capability on this. Although the Wolverine is wielding more jump capability. One beam at SRM 18 versus several beam at SRM 6. SRM 10.
Command interface initiated.
Time to earn our money. Acknowledged.
Hostile. Got it.
Hostiles. Standard crab.
Standing by. On my way. Affirmative. Standing by. Confirmed.
Crab's a fine, respectable machine.
Eat this.
Oh. Commander, I'm hit.
Orders?
Copy that.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Confirmed.
Crab just barely remaining upright.
They've got a sensor lock on
Crab,
me.
please fall down.
Right here. Heading out. Engaging target.
That's all I ask.
Reporting minimal damage.
That's a few mediums. Two-skull mission, you say?
What's up, boss? Acknowledged.
Team needs to back up.
Firing a full salvo.
So I can do everything I can to start tenderizing these robots.
Yep. Roger that.
I'm here.
Such a pleasant sound, that orb.
Coordinates received.
I guess one of these lances is under-armored.
Yes, Commander.
They have that going for or against them.
Locked on target.
Depending on perspective. Makes it that much more important that we kind of ease back and dispense all the LRMs.
It's on now.
Roger. Roger that.
Okay, now I have initiative 4 to myself.
Ready for orders. This should be good.
Waiting for orders. All right. Scored a critical hit.
Commander. Position confirmed.
Good to see Axeman! Axeman is pretty harmless in this sort of engagement. In most engagements.
Go time.
Ready for orders. Here it comes. That's a kill.
Receiving you. Move order received. All weapons, fire.
That could have been worse.
So now the thing to do for Goofy is to advance over to here,
Stand in
get
line.
behind this rock.
All right.
There, now they have to get like all the way up here before they would have a shot on her back. And she just goes after the Enforcer. Tesla then moves up to support this, and maybe we punch a hole in it.
Good to go. Moving out. Mech destroyed.
Now they relax here and wait for a volunteer to manifest.
Commander. Moving to position. Sensors locked on. Yes, Commander. Heading out. Copy that.
I'm receiving you. Location confirmed.
Waiting for orders. Coordinates received. Scored a critical hit. Waiting for orders. Yeah. Scored a critical hit. Ready for orders. Target. Target's taking a critical hit.
That's alright, come on up, Jack.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed. Affirmative.
Mech Warriors, show 'em what you got.
Receiving you. Acknowledged. One less target.
Orders. Coordinates received. Sensors locked on. sensor lock on me.
Standing by. Engage jump jets. Target locked.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed. Got it. Hell yeah.
Commander? On the move. Confirmed. Solid connection on that one.
Commander. Acknowledged. Inflicted some heavy damage. Receiving you.
Classic goof.
Aye, aye.
Receiving you. Acknowledged. Target eliminated.
Aye, aye. Affirmative. Orders. Inflicted some heavy damage.
Standing by. Move order received. That hit something good. I'm out of LRMs.
confirmed. Scored a critical hit. LRMs are out. Yes, Commander. Moving to position. Whoa! Hey, I'm losing armor over here.
Ready for orders. On my way.
Good to go. Got a lock. Ready for orders. That's it. Now it's showtime.
Mission.
Crap, though.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Yeah, so this was the gun having Wolverine. Yeah, storage for now.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, 2.5 assassin contract has good odds of giving us another large part. I misclicked and wound up with this Wolverine out and stored something else. As will happen.
Command interface initiated.
Consider it done. Aye, aye. Roger.
So, to the right first. Engage basic lance.
I were planning an ambush.
Engage
This
target.
is where I'd put it.
Engage reinforcements.
Position confirmed. Copy that. Moving out. Move order received. I've got something.
Moving out.
On the move. Move into position.
Helpful lights.
Standing by. Sensors locked on. Commander. On my way. Here it comes. They've got a lock on me. Yes, Commander. On my way. hit on that one. Nice hit.
Yes, Commander. On the move. Enemy down.
Commander? I've got a sensor lock. Receiving you. Heading out. Locking in. All That's it. Now it's showtime.
There's supposed to be 2 more who were part of this, unless they split up and as one group were planning to surround.
No problem.
Do we have... No, there's a beep. There's a something midweight.
Moving to position.
And the target is a 70-tone heavy.
Ready for orders. Aye, aye. Sensors locked on. Orders? Reporting critical hit. Orders? Heading out. Roger that. Solid connection on that one.
Orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah, so these two will be mostly resolved this turn. We can point all the LRMs at them. Large beam.
Damage is light.
What's up, boss? Coordinates received.
Completely disarmed, with 1 torso health remaining.
Standing by.
A machine with nothing to lose.
On my way. What's up, Commander? I got him.
Okay, that's good to see. Breaching shot and multi-target are compatible.
Critical hit, Commander.
You could still fire multiple weapons and breach all of them.
Systems are holding.
Commander. Roger that. Giving them everything I've got.
A large laser and an LRM-5.
Good to go. Giving them everything I've got. Oh, yeah. Ready for orders.
Standard beam hopper.
Orders.
Yes, Commander. You got it. Tango down.
Yes, Commander.
Receiving you. Giving him everything I've got.
Primary target is taking damage.
Waiting for orders.
Fully armored.
Commander.
Engage his chumcha.
Yes, Commander. Copy that. Targeting for an alpha strike.
The first knockdown.
Losing armor. Good to go. Moving out. On it. Orders. I copy. Solid connection on that one.
So we're going to very reliably and repeatedly make him fall down.
Good to go. Okay, I'm on it. Engaging with target. Scored a critical hit.
Orders. Engaging.
Would be nice to cut that arm off as well. still more health to go around. He's tough.
Waiting for orders. Affirmative. Scored a critical hit. Ready for orders. Moving out. Aye, aye. Report critical hit.
5 health. You were huge.
Commander. Roger that.
We got a proper meat mech over there.
Receiving you. Coordinates received. Target eliminated. Orders. Location confirmed. Got a lock.
Yes, Commander. Good to go. Firing. Scored a critical hit.
Receiving you.
Oh, I'm hit.
Receiving you. Target's taken a critical hit. Commander? All weapons are go. Waiting for orders. one less target.
There's 2 newer reinforcement bots that never showed up to the battle.
You got it.
What?
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
What are you waiting for? Fighting here.
I'm on the move.
Wilco.
On my way.
Ready for orders. Coordinates received.
Standing by. Got a lock.
Standing by.
A pair of mediums who were just hiding outside the edge of the map.
Firing. All weapons. Critical hit, Commander. LRMs are out. Orders. Location confirmed.
They got stuck.
Critical hit, Commander.
Awaiting orders. On my way. Ten 4.
Fortunately, we can attack things that are out of bounds, or this would get weird.
Scored a critical hit.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed. Hostile removed. I'm out of LRMs.
I'm here. Roger. I've got a sensor lock. Commander.
Reporting. Receiving you. Reporting. Moving to position. Wilco.
Since they're out of bounds, they probably can't pathfind to anywhere,
Solid connection, that one.
and so they can't decide anything to do.
Ready for orders. I've got a sensor lock.
Good to go. Sensors locked on. Good to go. Coordinates received. I'll make them dead. Inflicted some heavy damage. Short-range missiles are all gone, Commander.
Move order confirmed.
Well, either way, we found a bug.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Right.
Let's take a look
I'll
at
get
it.
in the schedule.
Hop hop. It's a few support points there. And the one missile rack is tiny, so we're just going to discount that. On its own, this is reasonably weighty. Needlessly over-efficient on heat. How would you put heat sinks in the arms beyond the flavor? That's probably a more sensible place for them to be if they were needing to cool a specific device. That makes sense. What about particles? When particle cannons. Hmm. Operating at half heat efficiency.
I see you have a grasshopper there.
I have a grasshopper.
I missed it. How did you happen to pick that sucker up?
The usual. Did murders, found loot.
All right.
Managed to make it fall down 7 times.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I think
I'm
this
liking
is
this
the
PPC
build.
build. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about the same heat profile that a Hunchback has, the full beam loadout, so that's functional.
If you're at long range, those PPCs shouldn't overheat you too quickly, so you
Yes.
should be alright.
When it's just the PPCs and not the mediums, that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna behave itself.
Log
Yeah, I
in.
like that build. It's going to make it have quite the punch at just about any range. And hey, you got a heavy.
Finally, one heavy.
Where there's one heavy, there are many.
Commander on deck.
First heavy makes the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can start trying to punch up. Alright, let's travel
By your command.
over to Smitten. Between all that's been collected, this is probably going to let us resume forward movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as mentioned in chat, the Grasshopper is a backstabber. It's also meant to hunt down smaller mechs, but it's such a versatile chassis that you can use it for whatever the heck you want, really, so long as it's beam.
Beam fills all roles.
It really does.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
And we have a decent cash reserve. We can last for a while at neutral.
Oh, and Meatman's almost out of the tubes.
Soon. He'll be out before the next budget report, so I think that's what we do. We get Meatman back, and there will be advancing of plot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gladly buy 2 morale for 15,000 space bucks. That is
Holy-
nothing.
That's fantastic.
Job's done, Commander.
That work order's complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Yeah, then Gamma Pod will unlock all the final quality of life upgrades.
Yeah.
Arcade, more books, and the anti-gravity pool.
All right. I'll get
And
the
you
team
have,
on
yeah,
my
you
way.
got a lot of the upgrades already.
Ship's mostly filled out.
Mm-hmm.
Commander?
Training confirmed, Commander.
Waiting for standing by.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Good to go.
Training complete. Training confirmed, Commander.
What's the plan?
Mech Warrior training complete.
Yes, Commander.
Training complete.
Receiving you.
The unfortunate thing for Meatman is that he's usually in your frontline mech, so he's going to take a lot more hits than Medusa and Decker, so they just get to come along on a lot of missions and get tons of experience.
Mm-hmm. Beatman leads from the
Get
tube.
it on.
Mm-hmm. That's how mine's working out as well. He's a little bit behind
Reporting.
Decker,
Ready for
Glitch,
order.
and Medusa.
Training complete.
It does not take long at all to refurbish
Yes, Commander.
a new pilot, though. The moment you
Oh,
make them
absolutely.
active.
Good Lord, Tesla.
Training confirmed, Commander.
He knows what he does.
Yeah?
Yes, he
What can I
does.
do you for?
Awaiting orders.
Where did you find him?
Yeah, around.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. The only big pilot I found is named Majestic, spelled with a 4, a 2, a 3, and a 1. And he was a backer person. So as soon as I saw him, I knew I had to grab him.
It's a pretty strong call sign.
Yeah.
So let's see. Of the 55s, which of these best suits us right now? I think Beam Wolverine.
Which of them is the most durable?
That would be one of the Missile Wolverines or the Shadowhawk, just off by a few armor.
Yeah, because I mean, you do have the Grasshopper to absorb a lot of hits, so really, yeah, take whichever one you want. It was just a thought. Damn, that Grasshopper's tanky.
I guess the classic Hawk. It also brings in the small lasers. It's a good punching robot.
And it's a jumper, too. I'm not sure all your Wolverines have jump jets. Or I don't remember.
Most of them do.
Yeah. Oh, it's this mission. I'm gonna shut up about this mission and let you have fun.
We've met this mission.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Grind expedition to find a heavy mech was because of this mission. This horrible garbage liar of a mission. No, it's just 2 skulls.
Yeah,
just 2
stars,
skulls.
Command
I had the
interface
same thing. This is where I lost Behemoth.
Good hunting, Commander. Take out those battle mechs and mind the crates.
Coordinates received. Position confirmed. On it.
Just a 2-star mission that I think the biggest insult of it is this. If the explosives weren't as awful to use, would really scream out being like this setup prescribed moment to get your first heavy.
Yeah.
Just by having a very easy way to destroy the large robot in there, and it's a dragon.
Yeah.
So
But the
why
problem
would
with
you
this mission
though?
Isn't the dragon?
Confirmed.
All hands on deck. We are under attack.
Yeah. So the approach is
Not
going to
a
be
drill.
keep moving this way and start from the end of the road. The moment we stop and engage anywhere along here, things get terrible. So instead of that,
You can pick off things along the way, I'm guessing, right?
yeah.
Firing all weapons.
Like that poor spider. Oh no, that poor spider. Yeah, that was the correct move, spider. Run away.
The more correct move, run back in.
Ready for orders. Coordinates received. rim. That turret is gone.
Enemy detected.
Another problem with this mission is the terrain this fighter is standing on right now, where it is incredibly hard to hit things in that terrain.
What's up, Commander?
Yeah, it's not great. Fortunately, we get to kind of move past and not worry too much about it.
Taking the shot. What the? I missed?
Destroying 8 mostly light units while also having to juggle vehicles that are trying to escape from us is exactly
And a
what has been
handful of
prepared
turrets.
for by spending so much time in Capellan space.
Mhm.
Or at least space where Capellans are, if not necessarily their territory.
Yeah.
I'm showing minor damage.
Another good thing about going this route is you have the hill protecting you from all those things over there, so they can only hit you with very bad missile shots.
Yes, heavy and up are much more equipped to just kind of endure bad weather in the form of enemy artillery. Like, let's just look at the stat sheet here. Can you spot which part of the silhouette has been damaged? Can you see the dent in the meat man?
Not
Waiting
really.
for orders.
That's the joy of having 1100 armor.
Heading out. Got a lock.
Yeah, I've made like a marauder or a small awesome out of this grasshopper, and that will serve me well.
I'm not a big fan of marauders. They have machine gun ammunition, so if you hit that, they explode.
Confirmed.
But I'm a big fan of the awesome one.
Got it. Critical hit, Commander. I've been sensor locked. Ready for orders.
Ooh.
It's further helping that I have 2 bots that are acting at initiative 4.
Mhm.
The original attempt was with 4 ordinary mediums.
Yeah, that makes things a little bit difficult.
Having some say in the earlier passes is important.
Pity not more of those enemy mechs are inside that blast radius over there.
I
Agreed,
know
Jennifer,
there's an
but you did a
additional
good
gun
shot.
turret over there. Yeah, the
think
geometry
it's right there.
exactly doesn't let me go for the jump. If the Hawk had its full jump range installed, maybe.
That's okay.
Consider it done.
Settle for a sprint, get him into position.
And he'll be able to spot for the other people too.
You'll be able to stomp. Secure that objective. Keep it from wandering off. And while everyone else keeps moving forward and does what they can to escape and intercept, Meat's okay with digging in here. 5% accuracy against this Locust.
Maybe he doesn't shoot.
Well, he does shoot.
Oh, just the Jenner?
Yeah, just at the Jenner.
Engaging target.
Just the one cannon.
Yeah.
Just to make a point.
No damage detected.
Is that a cicada? It's a 40-20. Huh. I forgot that thing was here.
Light damage, Commander.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Yeah, there's that cannon turret
Yeah,
speaking
there it
up.
is. Luckily, it's at such long
Yes,
range,
Commander.
though, that it's probably not going to do much.
On my way. Targeting for an alpha strike.
These lights are actually using their speed for survivability.
Yeah, they're
Vehicle
using their
down.
speed for survivability, and they're also making sure to land inside the area that makes it even harder to hit them. So they're being extra annoying. Except for this one, who has the
Who
death
dared
wish.
to close in.
I take back everything I just said about the lights in this mission.
The bravest Locust in the world, who stands in the shadow of Meat Man. You've chosen your fate.
Eh. Yeah, that's probably the right idea.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed. They've got a sensor lock on me.
Now, if I had installed all the support weapons...
Yeah.
This would be their moment.
Right here.
That's okay. You got a long-range sniper. That'll help later on in the mission, I'm sure. Oh, geez, there are 2 in that blast radius. That's right, chat. Oh, just... I thought they said 3. There's only 2. That's a shame.
And they do give away detonating 2 crates. That's free.
Yeah. If you're willing to risk it, it's not a bad idea.
Splitting fire.
Munitions crate down.
Okay, that's 1 dead mech. And the Panther lost its arm, so that's a...
Inflicted some heavy damage.
The Panther has lost most of itself.
There's the grip.
So, looking forward here. Next turn, Decker can probably spot the cannon turret and dispose of that. And then this becomes our kill zone where we can comfortably process them as they move in.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far, you've already taken care of 1 mech, and 2 of them are dead or about to be dead.
Engaging physical attack.
Like that.
Mech destroyed.
Nice punch.
Nice heat sink.
Oh, please tell me it was stupid.
Oh,
That poor dragon.
not good.
Yeah, that's a fine candidate for second ammo box.
Mm-hmm.
That shot got past my armor. Systems holding. Aye, aye. Moving out.
Can you see it?
Yeah, this was the terrible ammo box that at some point became invisible because a robot was standing in front of it on the first attempt. Getting exploded didn't take away any of its evade pips. It's still going very fast as all of its limbs fly off.
Copy that.
Listen, this game isn't perfect.
These crates involve some manner of weird specialty one-off scripting. Hopefully someday they'll make, like, off-board artillery a thing as a general mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Artillery or other kinds of support call.
Yeah, it didn't take out the heavies, but they're roughed up.
Light damage, Commander.
Yeah, it is completely opened up the backs of both robots.
Standing by.
Can't quite get a visual on the turret yet.
Nah, that's for next turn then.
Copy that.
Panther
Here
has
comes.
nothing. Poor Panther.
Target neutralized. I've taken internal damage. Oh, wounded.
He'll be fine.
There's only one medium, so.
That shot went internal. Yes, Commander.
He also hadn't acted yet, so he gets to right himself right away and reposition to relative safety.
All right.
Yeah, it was
I'm up again.
unfortunate that he had to stand out like that for you to see the crates, but it worked in your favor that he did so.
Lifting off. Aye, aye.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected. Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Damage minimal. Orders. Position confirmed. This should be good. They've got a sensor lock on me. Orders?
I don't know what that fire starter is doing.
Leaving.
Good. It sees the writing on the wall.
On my way.
There it is.
Solid connection on that one.
Oh, nice.
That's half of their fighting units down. Keep this up and the facility is ours.
So, Dragon, Jenner, Panther, Skeleton, Firestarter are the remaining enemy mechs.
The silly thing is the most dangerous of them is probably that Jenner, followed very closely by the Firestarter.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
If it keeps insisting on standing there, then yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Though, actually, Tesla just gets right back in there.
Moving out.
Does Tesla have, is he a bulwark person? Or a guts person, excuse me?
Yes, he has guts that will vigilance him in this position.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking of the next ability of the guts line. Never mind.
Oh, he doesn't have coolant yet.
Okay.
And actually, he took Breaching Shot as his advanced skill.
Oh, that's right. He's got level 9 shot.
Gun
I forgot.
Hammer.
Damage.
Slowly recedes into the shadows.
And yeah, also vigilance.
All weapons committed.
The 40% damage reduction is well worth it.
He will endure.
What's up, boss? Move order received.
Alright, now I deal with this stupid pile of autocannons. Gun on a stick is no more.
That turret is gone.
Now it really is just a 4-on-4. Oh wait, no, they still have turrets over there. Never mind.
The other turrets are at least all in the same direction, though.
Wounded. Ready
I'll
for
shoot.
orders.
Well, can't have that.
Moving to position. Ooh.
Panther is there.
What do you need?
You made it, buddy. Good job.
Despite everything, Panther lives.
Confirmed. Reporting critical hit.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to get rid of that sector. Or any of them. Jeez, they're all good targets.
Beep.
Targeting rear armor. Enemy mech. Critical damage
Damn nice shot.
detected.
Unfortunately, we took all the weapons out of the arms. The arms are a distraction.
Oh boy, that's bad. Receiving you. Moving to position.
Damned fire starter. Didn't think it would do that much damage with its flamers.
Though now that they're being forced to hold still.
Yeah. And you pushed it back in the initiative order, so that sucker's not long for the world.
Panther! I like you!
Hey, there's your heat sink right there.
Warning. Damage critical.
Hit your PPC.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Just dented. Just bent.
That was quite the kick.
And similarly, cold shot to the Jenner.
Attacking from position.
Good call.
Catch.
Okay. Good.
Orders.
That's real good.
You got it. Locked on. Rear arm. That's a kill.
Dang. I was hoping he wouldn't do that.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage. Warning. Weapon system destroyed.
Well, there's my heatsink.
Engaging
There's
missile
only
attack.
one of them left. Take it out, and this facility is ours.
I'm taking heavy hits.
Oh, good. He went for the person who had the most armor.
I've been
A plus
sensor
dragon. You're the smartest.
Exactly the move we expect out of the person stuck driving the dragon.
Good to go. Roger.
I'd ask what happened to the, or how smart the cicada pilot was, but they stepped next to a bin and exploded, so
Affirmative.
they're dead.
Standing by. target's taken a critical hit. Good to go.
Tesla, you've done your job. You go hang out in the back.
Yeah, this forest is really nice. I need to go bird watching.
Take the opportunity to, count your organs. Saves time when we get you back to the med bay.
You might be able to see some of them right now. Some you shouldn't be able to.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Oh, come on.
It's completely disarmed.
We've done this dance before.
Ready for orders. Roger that.
As always, the correct numbers of LRMs.
Good job, Loon. That was very well done.
Mission successful.
It just
Turns out
took
being able to see
like 12
great
hours of extra grind to get the necessary equipment to make that go smoothly.
Yeah. Yeah, you can shoot 2 crates in this mission and still get the maximum reward. So you can get a whole griffin. That's something, I guess.
Yeah, we take the whole griffin and have enough generic picks that more mech parts are probably in there. Unless it all gets watered down by these jump jets.
That is a lot of jump jets.
So to review the plot, because that's a thing that exists. We came here because this guy probably knows how to decipher some mystery data that's in the ship's computer. Which is definitely treasure. have a whole warehouse full of dragons.
I wonder why.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Did you want a heavy? Because we can give you a heavy. You just saw that heavy. It was the last one that died on the mission. That means it has to be good, right?
You get a whole dragon. Alright, Griffin. 3 beam, 3 missile. 5 jump. Yeah, that's a fine substitute for the trebuchet.
The Griffin is very much a jump support type. It's got a reasonable amount of armor. It can put out a decent amount of damage, but you got to build it to really make it shine. The stock one is okay, but you can always tool it to make it better.
So we rebuild the beam hopper.
Sure. Oh, you're missing a heatsink. Okay, I was wondering what the heck was going on.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, stitch the Shadowhawk back together.
Shadowhawk did its job, though. Ooh, SRAM 6++.
We do have the occasional fancy part to hand out.
Mm-hmm. And a tiny, tiny laser.
One pointer.
I'll let you know when that's done.
And this stock Wolverine that I need to fix.
It's just... It's so heat efficient. Why would you ever want to fix that? So it can only use one laser, but it's only in the head. So you can't use anything bigger than a medium on this thing.
Mm-hmm. Actually, if I kit this out as my secondary LRM platform.
Mm-hmm.
Ditch the heat sinks entirely, ditch the medium laser, and instead have a small. That's the bayonet right there.
You can probably, and then put in what, another jump jet? Or more, no, wait, more armor. What am I talking about? I think you're at maximum hard points for your jump jets anyway.
Yeah, it's fully jumped up.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
So then, this Shadowhawk can go back to being a brawler.
This is gonna get, yeah, it's gonna get the laser show, I was about to say. I'm not sure what you're building it as, but anything's good on a Shadowhawk.
And give you back your wings.
Mm-hmm. It's already at max armor.
So I could sneak in like one heat sink and skim back the armor.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
The month of mech work queued up.
Let's go somewhere else. Well, that all happens. Because travel is the best time to work on things. Unless, of course, you got contracts here, I forget.
There are available contracts, and the next plot mission is here and can't be worse.
It says 2.5 skulls.
This is an all-ship announcement. It's time for another team-building movie night. Tonight's selection is a big hit in the combine.
Let me get my heavy PPC carrier back online so I can take it to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
This griffin, though. Just to look at it, though, since I didn't put it under the scalpel yet. This knows what it wants to do with life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very good stock griffin. Or stock mech, excuse me.
Yeah, that's alright, even in stock configuration. It's not especially specialized, but it functions.
It probably doesn't need all the heat sinks it has, so you can fiddle with that way if you want, but whatever, it works. And that's all that matters.
Receiving you. Waiting on you, Commander. Good to go.
Yes, Commander. Orders?
Order.
Commander?
Orders.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander. Ready to get it. Standing by.
Darius, we've got a couple of blackout drunk mech warriors stumbling around in hydromiles. I suggest you take care of it before they bring something.
Let's destroy the moon.
Yeah, alright, I'm on it.
Like you do.
Hold on, this sounds easy. Well, there's robots to fight. Okay.
Heat efficient lance, okay. Oh, that's right, you're on the moon.
Particle projectors, got it. Also, we fought on moons before. Why are they introducing us to the concept of environmental heat efficiency?
You might have forgotten about that since you did that, what, pirate mission? Was that what it was?
Yeah, the pirate mission. The one where we got the boat in the first place.
Oh, yeah. When you saw your first heavy and went, what's that thing?
And you learn.
Actually, I don't recall how it was for you, but I found that the heavy went down a lot faster than the stupid Shadowhawk.
Yeah, that one's set up to go pretty smoothly. Oh, but we're not even on it. We're in a Mars climate, not a full-on moon climate. It's a Mars moon.
It's the same thing.
There's air here. That's not even real heat deprivation or intensifying.
The important thing about Tesla coming back is he still has his amazing accent. That's all that matters.
What he knows and what he does.
Does he have mob background? I wouldn't be surprised if he had a mob background.
Command interface initiated.
We don't ask, we don't
Good
worry.
hunting, Commander. I'll be running ops for you from here.
So, destroy that in 12 turns.
Yeah. And there's a couple other things. Are those, what are those? Are those batteries?
Generators.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
for security.
Oh, turret generators. Gotcha.
Copy that.
Enemy detected.
Question, do they scale the primary story? I do not recall if they do or not.
Location
If you mean by difficulty, yes, this difficulty does go up as you go through the storyline. I think sometimes, like the last mission, the difficulty lies, but the difficulty does go up.
Yes. And also, so the background difficulty of regular missions everywhere else will creep upwards.
Orders?
A given system will be higher or lower than the curve, but the curve consistently moves up. Cover in exchange for increased move cost. Alright. Decker, into the tornado.
Move order received.
Movement and spotting.
Yeah, tornadoes are pretty much just forests. But on Mars.
Mars, which is the moon.
This is the only problem with the Griffin, is that it can't one-shot a turret generator.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Waiting for orders.
Both of the long-range mechs will plow through here and then probably just get the drop on the objective from where that generator was.
Roger.
They can also pick off some of the other lighter mechs that are wandering around, too, on their way.
Target confirmed. Done. What's next?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood from the chat. Yeah, it's
These
static.
missions are always the same.
Yeah, they're static. They're always having the same mech save and everything. So if you somehow were able to farm up 4 assaults before coming here, they'd still have the same type of units.
If we had captured the moon crab, it would
Yes.
be here carrying us through everything for a while.
Yes. What was that thing's armaments? Did it have 2 AC-20s?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
The full fury
Commando.
of crab. Commando.
Those aren't real.
It does make sense for lights to keep showing up because the opposition doesn't have a 1 lance cap.
Yeah.
Swarms of lights remain non-trivial, as shown.
Damage is light.
There's something over there with some oomph.
All
Goodbye.
units committed.
Hope so.
Hello!
I think it's almost dead.
Good to go.
Yeah, okay. It's not feeling good. It is having a bad day.
Affirmative.
It has regrets.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
He did. He
I
did
like
tag
him.
you in the head.
Good to go.
This kid.
This kid's about to explode.
Right, the Centurion isn't set up to jump, so we'll just keep shooting everyone at everything.
You got 10 turns to the objective. That's plenty of time.
Mech destroyed.
Orders.
Oh, okay.
Wolverine, Shadowhawk, everything's lightly armored.
Jeez, especially that Wolverine.
I'm hit, Commander.
Did she get shot in the head by that AC-20 or 2?
5.
5? Great.
Engaging target.
Damage minimal.
Ready for orders. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Firing. Full complement on enemy.
That's cool as shooting the station is. That Wolverine's a little bit scary.
Damage minimal.
Yep. Move into position.
Yeah, just make your way over to the bridge.
Medusa has very high tactics, correct? So those long-range shots are generally just fine. Indirect shots, excuse me.
Yeah, he is working at full effectiveness.
Mhm.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 3 headshots in 1 match.
On my way.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Thank you, heatsink.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay.
4 headshots in one match.
What do you need? Coordinates received.
Oh, good. You can hit the generator.
Firing on target.
I didn't know if you could see it or not.
Generators down, Commander. That should take their turrets offline.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Standing by. Targeting for an alpha strike. We can salvage that.
Nice.
Warning. Armor low.
Receiving you. Four. Firing all weapons. Inflicted some heavy damage.
Yeah, okay.
So, the minimum range on a PPC is the only thing preventing this from being absolute.
You're still probably going to take it out.
Yes. But I'm also going to split my effort.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging multiple targets.
There we go.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Commander. Location confirmed. Roger that. Target's taken a critical hit. Receiving you.
Is that the mech's core poking out?
Could be.
Putting my weight into it.
Or it might just be a searchlight. I like my answer more.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
What is it with you and knocking off the arms of panthers?
Reporting. Good to go.
It's just how they come apart.
Yeah.
Engaging target. Enemy mech destroyed.
Waiting for orders. Heading out.
And 6 rounds. Plenty of time to deal with the rest.
Locked on target.
Plenty of time to start walking off the repeated direct injuries to pilots.
Letting all that heat buildup go away. Unidentified smugglers.
We're just ordinary defenseless civilians. Also, we're going to refuse to shut down our engine.
Let's do what we came here for, Commander. Take that dropship out.
Time to do a war crime. The enemy's been doing plenty of war crimes. We're allowed to have one too.
Lucky that one.
Oh boy. Battling technology.
Battles of technology.
Wilco.
I see we are beyond Smithin. Thank goodness.
Smithin is dead.
Firing
I
on
believe we're on the
target.
moon of Smith.
The Mars moon.
Yes.
One less structure.
Incoming transmission.
Also, never mind. Victoria's here now.
Yeah.
Do a fight.
And a very handsome robot at that.
Yes, she does have a very nice robot. So, now that you've fought your way through all those enemy mechs and stuff and are a little tired, how about a whole lance drops in that's ready to go?
Tired nothing. We're ready.
We have the correct number of LRMs.
More than them.
Here they come.
So, 60, 65, 50.
What's up, boss?
There's another one back there, too. Just can't see him, unfortunately.
The most iconic 65-ton design in the game is one of the most iconic mechs in the game.
Also, the dragon's here.
Hi.
They brought a dragon.
Well, remember, they said they found just racks of dragons underground at the planet here, so they had to find one dragon that was operational.
Giant warehouse full of dragons.
Yeah. Yay.
Confirmed.
And a Jenner. Probably.
Either a Jenner or a fire starter. It's too fast to be a panther.
Engaging target.
Good old dragon.
There it is.
Doing its
Dragoning.
best.
Reporting.
The DLC doesn't update any of the story missions with new mechs, right?
Right.
Okay, then that 50-tonner has to be an enforcer then.
Fun.
Hunchback. It could be a hunchback.
Oh, that's right. It could be a hunchback. I totally forgot about that. That would be much
Yeah.
worse.
The much more common hunchback.
Or a centurion. Another
Or a
50.
Centurion. Or a trebuchet, in fact. Actually, there's a lot of 50s.
Forget me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's gotta be a...
Gotta be a...
There's only
an
one
enforcer.
machine that could be in an entire binder
Firing on
of different schematics fall onto the table.
The Enforcer's the most rare out of those, too. It's the rare one.
It's got to be Enforcer!
Yeah, the Enforcer is, according to, like, the setting right now in BattleTech, it's actually both rare in setting and in game.
Reporting heavy damage.
Yeah, it is a well-made mech. It's just
Yes.
not one with hard points that are really, really fantastic.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Kintaro and the 55. It's just rare to see.
Yeah, pretty much. Although the Kintaro does have great hard points in the form of a disgusting number of LRM missile hard points.
Yeah. LRM or SRM. It's just a good missile boat.
Yeah. It has 5 missile hard points, which is among the highest in the entire game.
You can mount LRMs or mistakes.
SRMs are not a mistake. How dare you? SRMs kick ass.
Hello, a catapult.
Yup.
By which to headshot Meatman.
Oh my god.
It's Meatman. Who cares?
Waiting for orders.
It is just Meatman.
Okay.
So the Catapult K2 is a fantastic sniper bot.
Yes.
Really kicks ass. It's one of the best versions of the Catapult. And also, in other games, is the lightest mech that is capable of mounting 2 AC-20s in a way that's any kind of affordable. You can't do it in this game, though. It requires a very, very tiny engine that makes it so that it moves at a very pitiful, 38 kilometers per hour. It turns it into a very, very large urban mech.
Yes.
On my way.
And thus nature's most perfect machine.
Of course.
The one
The
good
K2
thing
is
for you about this catapult is that it runs hot, and we're on Mars.
It did just fire 2 PPCs.
Yeah.
At the same time, it just fired 2 PPCs and it's only a third of the way there.
Yeah.
It's not running all that hot.
It would if it also fired the lasers.
Yeah.
Took a hard hit there.
It's over there being exactly the mech I want to give Meatman.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
Well, maybe you shoot her in the head.
And then have to deal with the rest of the heavy lance.
Plus that 35-tonner.
Yeah, plus a chaser.
Moving to position. Locking on.
You swine! I will tear your mech in two!
Hiding behind a rock.
Standing by.
Rather than face me.
Jerk.
Coordinates received. Sensors locked on.
Yep, fire starter.
Yeah.
On Mars.
Oh, I'm hit. Internal structure damage. Overheating.
And a headshot.
Commencing shutdown.
Oh, no. It's, you just took heat damage from it, I think.
And a headshot.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Move into position. Engaging with target.
Reporting heavy damage. Receiving you.
Okay, you made choices.
I am okay with that choice.
That's
Orders?
okay.
Location confirmed.
Yeah, there's that heat buildup. I actually thought she was walking up to punch you, not to do that.
No! It's not possible! I can still win this!
Yeah, that's why you don't bring machine gun ammunition.
I'm taking internal damage.
What do you need? On it.
Okay.
So, remaining threats. Centurion, Firestarter, Centurion.
Got lucky. Reporting.
Arms in bad shape. Head nearly exposed to vacuum. Legs are okay.
Yeah, she's just taken a couple bad hits to the head. Otherwise, she's
Legs
kind of fine.
Legs are okay.
Yep, that's. I was
Legs are
hoping you'd do
okay.
that, but I didn't want to be like, Loon, you should totally do that.
Taking minimal damage.
Orders.
My legs. My legs. My legs are okay.
The Centurion is now under control.
Receiving you. Copy that. That hit something good.
Okay.
You destroyed both side torsos with that salvo.
Yes.
That's a popsicle ass Centurion. It's very in control. Well, Wait, didn't you?
No, he got the arm.
Huh. Okay.
That's still really good. Because that leaves the torso open that has the rest of the ammunition and weaponry in it.
Stomp, or I think Stomp I still need to finish cooling off.
Mm-hmm.
But I can then fire all guns at other things.
Stomping is a very effective plan.
Except when you manage to land the full weight of the stomp on the part that will survive it.
visibility. Battle mech
She's dead.
going down.
Her legs are fine.
Lost a mech. Yes, Commander.
Well,
Locked on
might be
target.
dead. There's a chance she can survive that.
She's fine.
She's a professional.
Damage. Critical. Waiting for orders. Copy that. Affirmative. Enemy down.
Its flamethrowers will almost be empty. They only carry a handful of
Blow past
shots.
my armor.
4
Ready
per,
for
I
orders.
think.
And now I'm going to kick its throat in.
Affirmative.
That's really what this is going to come down to. It's just who can punch you the hardest.
Critical hit, Commander. I lost a weapon. Heat damage. Damn it. Roger.
I'm going to be honest. I do respect being able to completely remove an arm with flamethrowers.
It's a strong technique.
Yes.
Target confirmed. Long-range missiles are out.
Dragon is there.
Let's get this done. Commander?
Oh, I didn't even notice that you lost the
Targeting
PPC
for
arm.
physical
Okay,
attack.
this gets interesting.
Ready for orders.
Why is this fire starter so noodly? Why can we not hit the parts of it that matter?
Okay, all of its flamethrowers are offline. It's now a laser and some machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
And one leg.
Yeah, if that leg goes down, it's... I think 1 or 2 more hits and that thing's gone.
Damage minimal.
Dragon, stop
Commander,
it.
I'm hit.
Go.
Commander, I've lost all my weapons. Yeah. Move order received. Good to go. Position confirmed. Mech Warriors. Show 'em
Okay.
what you got. Hostile eliminated. Waiting for orders.
Now it's just Dragon.
Hey, Loon. How durable are those legs?
My legs
Pretty
are
durable.
okay.
Roger.
Our legs are okay.
Reporting critical hit.
We jumped on its gun. Nice.
Can't maintain stability. Damn it! I'm wounded.
Kara flees and uses its gun. Cheater.
Receiving you. Confirmed. Putting my weight into it.
Decker might need to walk away for a little bit.
Orders? I'm up. Let's go.
Decker might have exactly one way to contribute to the conclusion of this battle.
Roger that.
That'll kill him.
Team used. Down.
Decker's a champion.
Okay, Decker's fine. Here we go.
Of armor.
RNG.
Commander.
Hey UI,
Wait, you
I wanna UI. How can it punch me but not I punch he?
Oh, wow.
Hey UI. Hey game. Hey geometry. What's a line?
Hmm.
Good to go.
It looked like there was one that was pointing towards it.
Can you sprint around
No.
the corner so it can't see you?
On my way. Double time.
Shapes don't exist anymore.
Standing by.
It just stayed there.
Where'd he go?
Oh, this is the best game.
Where's Medusa?
Acknowledged.
Is it stuck?
It has...
Got a lock.
It's not doing anything.
Yes, Commander.
Is it a ghost? Did Decker kick it out of bounds?
Does it know that you can't hit it there, so it's intentionally sitting there?
Okay, looking at it again, unstuck it.
Oh, okay.
Commander, I've lost all my weapons. Orders. Location confirmed. Targeting systems janky.
Your RNG. Welcome to it.
Yes, Commander. Time to get physical. Inflicted some heavy damage.
The dragon fulfilling its combat role of making no goddamn sense.
Receiving you. Heading out. Ooh. Commander, I've lost all my weapons. Standing by. Targeting for a physical attack. Critical hit.
Yeah, leg breaking is the only way we get any advantage here.
Nope. One more. One more pilot hit. Because it's a defender.
Stabilizers failed. I'm falling.
Leg breaking, leg breaking, leg breaking.
I'm wounded. All right. Regain stance, Commander. Position confirmed. Reduce mobility. My mech is limping. Target's taken a critical hit. What do you need?
The core is exposed and has exactly enough health to not be able to die in a single punch.
Two punches for that torso, though.
Meanwhile, our torso isn't exposed at all.
Coordinates received. Locked on for physical attack.
And it's trying to use its gun.
Which means less damage.
Good to go.
Less damage, and also it's crit, so it has a terrible chance to actually hit.
Yep. Okay.
Meat.
Oh.
Mission successful.
Decker
okay.
is fine.
Decker knows exactly what he's doing.
One more piece of that catapult, too. That'd be a nice heavy to pick up. I was kidding about the dragon. I was kidding about the dragon.
You saw what it did.
Yeah, well, I saw what it didn't do as well.
Know what it did by knowing what it didn't. By subtracting what it did, but what it could have done. We acquire a vector. You know, you say that, but you are my prisoner on my boat. Could just meet over there and unhinge you.
Also, she did shear your mech in two. She shot you in the face.
Also, you did that already. It didn't work. Meat Man lives. Should, and you know, would, if this were a more powerful campaign where this story actually did things, there might be an opportunity to just go ahead and execute her right now. Just deal with that.
You interrogate her, and then you go goodbye and kick her out the airlock.
I don't have any questions. What do I need to know? We'll go to next planet and fight more guys. We're gonna shoot all the robots. If I were you, I'd keep an off guard. If I were you, I'd warm up your guillotine. You have one, right?
Sure.
If you don't, you can borrow ours. The slicer is always ready.
Oh, we're messing with Comstar stuff now. That's a great idea.
Correct.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Yeah, I can just stow this for now.
All that damage to the Wolverine, and all you need to do is put back in 2 more jump jets.
It's fine. Situation was completely under control.
I'll let you know when that's done.
You won. That's all that matters.
And we didn't really lose much. We just lost 1 pilot.
1 pilot and a bunch of money.
Which we then gained 500 times as much by finishing the mission.
So, get this set up for just missiles, actually, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Give it the old LRM-40. Or I could settle for the 30 and have more supporting equipment.
Mm-hmm.
The one backup beam? The one backup beam. For exactly the situation that just unfolded of something still standing when the LRM boats are out of ammo but still have their clothes on.
Not a bad idea.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
We're actually out of 15 launchers.
It's going to take a while to repair everything. You can probably wait a little bit to fully refit this Centurion.
Three times does the job. Tiny bit of jump capability for positioning. That bayonet.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
And the hopper needs a new skull.
Yeah. Everything else is probably still in pretty good shape. Oh,
yeah,
well,
no other
never
equipment
mind.
damaged.
So the Grasshopper is a wonderful, gorgeous robot. Do you see how many energy hard points it has and support hard points?
Yes.
7 mediums and 7 smalls was... Oh man, I think I used that to literally the end of the game. God, I love this thing.
This is still not yet the particle projector. Someday. Only 2 small lasers left, though. I'm low on smalls.
I think there were a couple in the shop.
You could probably make larges work better on this now. I only used all mediums because larges were terrible at the time. But larges are good now.
I think the one I'm using right now has at least one large on it.
But, you know, do what you want. It's your robot.
Three and two is pretty handsome for the moment.
Mm-hmm. I think once you get a bunch of small lasers from whatever way, you can tool around with it some more. But since you only have two, this is probably the better option.
(78/60) for heat efficiency. Oh, the comm system doesn't weigh anything, so that's just free.
Oh, nice.
Snap that in there.
It's just critical slots and nothing else.
Med Bay 2 available soon. And yeah, we've cleared the plot missions for the time being. Can fly back towards lighter space to relax. Recover.
Bio-command.
Engines prime. All hands from here will transition to thrust gravity.
That work order's complete, boss.
Question from the chat. So big lasers for mostly paying for extra range. Yeah, they're a little bit longer range than medium lasers. They still hit just as well at close range too, so they're very flexible.
More power is very relevant. 40 is bigger than two 25s in many situations.
Because it targets a singular chunk, and that's important.
That's why the AC-20 is so dangerous, because it deals 100 damage to one location, and that's enough to punch through most armor until you get up to the big boys.
If you compare the largest missiles versus the AC-20, theoretically the AC-20 is horribly inefficient in basically every respect, until you realize that it does all that damage in a single chunk, in which case it will completely
where
ruin.
It lands, it will kill.
Yeah.
Oh no, a Tesla. Tesla, gather around the tube and hear a tale.
I've got the financial report.
while cash is abundant, can do the work of starting to accumulate morale.
Yeah, you're already, what, halfway on to the next morale bump?
Waiting on you, Commander.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Reporting.
Training complete.
What's up, boss?
Training confirmed, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so which archetypes died recently and need replacing? Guts piloting. Well, wait, you're already gunnery related, so... Gun and gut, gun and tactic, gun and piloting.
There you go.
Respect gun.
At the speed of Shank.
Yeah.
Training complete.
Commander.
When did Behemoth go down for you, Loon?
At some point.
It was last week, I think, actually, during the preparing for Smithin sessions. I think might have been.
It was a tank fight.
Yeah.
Autocannons were involved.
Yeah.
Oh.
Large tanks occurred.
Did you come in contact with the double AC-20 tank?
No, it was an AC-20 and SRM-6 tank, I think is what it was.
Ooh. Still bad.
Yeah. Oh, there were 2 demolishers and an LRM carrier. Never mind. Yeah, alright, that does it.
SRM carrier. Oh, good. Even better.
The mech destroyers.
Gun on wheels.
Larger than average guns.
Every machine and every pilot who is involved in that mission is not available at this time. Please hang up and try your call again. Yeah, Beam Wolverine, LRM Wolverine, and a hunch? Yeah, a hunch.
It's a pretty good squad. Why did it say you were only 214 tons?
One of those is not using all of its weight. It's at full armor. And, you know, full armor, for some reason, isn't always made a clean number of tons.
Gotcha.
As you do.
The number multiplying that has gone on has made armor a weird, unwieldy mess. To be fair, though, the armor has always been a weird, unwieldy mess.
Mm-hmm. It has.
It kind of never really intended to have a fully 100% armored vehicle.
Beep.
Because it's just a little inefficient. Because the numbers that they had never really worked out. That's what happens when you have a, your head. The head, I think, has, what? I think it was 15. It was like, I think 14? Like, total structure and armor or something?
Good to go.
I think it's 9 and 3.
I hear you.
9 and 3.
Or
So
9
12.
and 5
Okay,
either.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Regardless, it means that, like, the armor on it just never really worked out perfectly well.
I get you.
And that's a big part of it. 3 plus 9. Right, okay, yeah, 9. It has 9 armor, and, like...
Move into position.
I think, what, each strong of armor is, like...
Bandit.
Each bit of armor is, like, I don't even know how much it was in tabletop. It wasn't much.
It's like 6/100ths of a ton or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something weird.
Coordinates received.
Yeah, but in tabletop, the 3+9 means that you can take a hit to the head by almost anything and be okay. Almost.
A thunderbolt.
Hello.
Thundered bolt.
Thundering bolts.
Thunderbolt with half armor.
And another unidentified heavy just over there.
I really like the Thunderbolt.
What can I do for you?
You gonna move, buddy?
On my
Well,
way.
Oh,
we
wait,
just
no, it's
got
a heavy.
here.
What am I doing?
We got the
Yeah.
drop on it.
Waiting for orders.
I liked all those missiles hit, and then one missile just corkscrewed off to the right somewhere. Just bloop.
No shooting, just running.
Hunchback, please.
What?
Please
I don't get
unswamp
there.
yourself, Hunchback.
Oh, I'm trying my best.
I got all these medium lasers.
Hunch.
Hunch will get there. So who's your friend, Thud?
Is it another Thud?
Who's backup? Large, 3 medium, bunch of missiles.
I can't take much more of this.
That was 15 missiles, right?
That looked about 15, yeah. They were LRMs.
Mm-hmm.
Good to go.
Don't know if it's another Thud or not.
I think a quick draw could load that. Is there a quick draw that does that?
I forget. It was in range to use SRMs, and most quick draws have SRMs too.
Those were LRMs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean it has a mix of both. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Man, Thunderbolt.
Solid connection on that one.
We're dealing with it.
Oh, that's the good version too. The 5SS.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
Nice shooting.
Tango down.
And so these are the supporting enemy forces, just too large.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I'm okay with that.
Affirmative.
Honestly, too large is easier to deal with than like 4 medium.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or 26 light. It's
Yeah.
another Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it another 5SS? That couldn't be because
It's a 5S.
Yeah.
I think this one has machine guns on it.
Huh?
This one has an
does.
SRM
Yep.
too.
It's a
They're
2.5
with machine
S.
guns.
Got something you want done?
Yeah, well, ammo explosion. Yeah, that's machine gun
That's
ammo.
why-
It's
that's
about
why we
to
don't
get
carry
hunched.
machine guns.
Yeah, hunch him. Hunch him right in the mouth.
Copy that.
Whatever. If you get a hold of that thing, you can take out all the machine guns and put other stuff in instead.
Or we could keep the machine guns.
That's true.
What if we had more machine guns?
What
Now
if
you're
we
talking.
had nothing but machine guns?
War crimes.
See, under original rules, machine guns are half tons each, and they, use 1 ton ammo.
Mhm.
And you don't have hard points. Therefore, you can just load up the arms with nothing but machine guns. All machine guns the entire way down.
I think that's what the Piranha does.
Well, yeah, pretty much, but the Piranha's also small.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, what if it was a large mech
that's
with
true.
all machine guns?
The Piranha's also terrifying small.
On my
It's
way.
one of those, you need to be there? I can be there with like 12 machine guns. Or 20,
Locked
forget.
on.
I think it's 12.
It's enough to be very dangerous if somebody opens a hole.
the Piranha, like the name of it, is extremely accurate to what it does.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
12 machine guns, an ER small, and 2 ER mediums. Fuck clans. They suck. I hate them. It's garbage.
It really is.
They ruined the mechanics of the game so goddamn much. Ah!
Reporting critical hit.
See, we directly destroy the center of the first Thunderbolt, then we destroy everything but the center of the second Thunderbolt,
Commander.
leaving us with a single complete Thunderbolt.
I can dig that.
Confirmed.
Obviously, the whole battle of point value system is supposed to make it a little bit more reasonable, and it actually kind of does. But still.
So where's the target, though? He's over there,
Off to the left
apparently.
somewhere, I think.
Waiting for orders.
It's hanging out. God, I love SRM-2 on the Thunderbolt. What a dumb idea. The SRM-2 is basically a mistake of a gun anyway.
Taking the shot. I hear ya. Uh-huh.
Go time.
Should have run when you had the chance.
Come on, Ramshackle Crab.
Ramshackle Crab 2, let's go! God, Ramshackle King Crab was the absolute best thing I've ever seen.
Roger. Coordinates received. On my way.
Might be an assault. I don't know if it's a big boy, though. Like the biggest boy.
Ought to just be a Banshee.
I hope
Quick
not.
draw.
What?
Oh. Huh.
Fully
Weird.
maintained quick draw.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty, like, a reasonably respectable loadout on that quick draw. It's the 5A, which is the decent, if not great, quick draw.
Mm-hmm. 6 medium lasers and an SRM-4 is fine, and it's got enough armor that it can stick around. And I think it has jump jets, too.
I think a decent number of those medium lasers are also on the arms, so...
Yeah, it's fairly accurate.
Commander.
Well, there's one pilot hit.
Ah, it's actually just 1 each on the arms and 2 each on each side torso. That does mean though that it actually distributes the guns on it pretty well. So
Engaging the target.
if you launch out 1 side torso, it's not going to completely cripple it.
Targets. Take
Somewhat resilient.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh.
Oh god, that's even grosser. There's a Piranha variant that loads double heat sinks
Ready to get it on.
that swapped out all of the machine guns for ER micro lasers.
Nope. Nope. Just stop it.
It's disgusting. That would be horrifying. That's so much gun in a 20-ton mech. Holy shit.
Why don't we make the entire robot out of guns?
Also, the normal lasers were changed to heavy like lasers. So, an ER heavy small, a heavy small laser and 2 heavy mediums.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
God, that's so much gun for such a tiny mech. I hate it.
Barely
Fuck the clan so much.
The target is retreating.
What a bad idea.
Eliminate it before it escapes.
What, you don't like the space Mongols?
Alexander Kerensky can eat my entire ass. Sorry, Nicholas Kerensky? I forget which one is the clan guy.
Who cares?
It was a Kerensky, and that's all I care about. MechWarrior Online, my alternate account was John Madden Kerensky. It was pretty good.
Missions.
Okay, it was Nick.
All right. Decent payout.
Reasonable.
The Wolverine took a love tap, otherwise everything's fine.
This mission might be more better defended than we thought.
Security could be pretty tight. Alright, so which Thunderbolt do I want a slice of?
The double S, I think.
The
Probably
double S is the
double
better
S.
one.
The
but
7 beams.
yeah.
Beam count is the primary metric for we get it anyway. Off this very narrow loot pool.
Was that the first Thunderbolt you've seen, Loon?
Yes.
All right.
It's fine. It's pretty much almost the exact same mech as the Catapult in most respects. Like, it has the same engine and like, armor loadout, I think. It's just a difference in hard points.
Mm-hmm. I like to think that Thunderbolt is just a slightly bigger Shadowhawk.
The
That's
reason
fair.
to choose guns over husks is plus weapons are, like, sometimes very extremely relevant. So it's just worth getting those when they appear for building your especially strong killing machines. Like, if you see an LRM 20 with boosted stability damage, hello.
That's the good shit. That's
Yes.
extremely good.
Yes.
I played this game before they nerfed stability damage on heavies and assaults, and let me tell you, oh, it was really good.
Star League Defense Force map. And wouldn't you know it, there was once a fortress nearby that's definitely full of treasure. You ever heard of magnets?
No way.
What if a gun was made of magnets?
Completely fucked up. Couldn't be done.
Or pulsed lasers? Apparently inaccessibly complex to figure out how to rapidly flicker a laser at combat levels of power.
Medium lasers have always sounded great in the MechWarriors. They always have a really good sound.
I'm with Miss Meyer on this one. Maybe we don't go there. Maybe we just focus on the thing we have at hand.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Treasure!
He just said the word Gauss rifle.
I know.
Who wants to buy an entire Locust for 1.7 million C-bills?
Why don't we just get the AC2++ instead?
You could have a nice house in the suburbs of an up-and-coming space community, or this.
Hey, you can move the Locust around.
It's true, you totally can.
The Locust has air conditioning.
Oh, hey, there's an LRM-15.
Well, no, it
You were
doesn't.
looking for those.
Yes,
It's a
hello,
mech. It doesn't-
LRM-15.
It's a mech. It doesn't have air conditioning.
And small lasers.
And small lasers.
New weapon systems.
What is this air conditioning you speak of? That doesn't exist.
Air conditioning is lost tech.
Exactly.
This is why all of our spaceships explode eventually, because we cannot dissipate heat at all.
Mm-hmm.
AC2 with boosted crit chance.
Yeah.
It's just a big machine gun. Fuck off.
If you could get a through armor critical, I'd say pick that up. You can't, so don't do that. Never mind. Do it anyway.
That's just a big machine gun.
It's
Get
a
out of
metal
here.
It's an autocannon, yeah. It's right there on the label. That's what it does. What it's for.
Oh, hello, people who are curious who I am. I'm Crumb. I occasionally am in other people's chats and such, but since Loon was doing the BattleTechs, I asked if I could join in for the fun stuff.
Skull count is rising.
Mm-hmm.
Battle technology. I'm looking at that decapitation, and I know you shouldn't do it, but oh man, 4 skulls.
I know.
4 skulls is
I
gonna
was
be
thinking the
full
same
of
thing.
treasure. This seems like as good a point as any to wind down. Plot has advanced. Treasure is out there.
I think former Star League presence is like the strongest quality a system has to give you really good mech parts.
Yes. Yeah, Smith and over here shops would have chances of containing valuable loot. Which may as well fly over there. We have cash. We got travel money.
Could be crab. Just think about it.
Or that last piece of the hatchet you need.
Oh, we've actually encountered Hatchet Man?
Yes. Yeah. Hatchet Man is out there.
They did things. They mostly got in the way of their other mechs so that Loon could just shoot them like fish in a barrel.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
You want a third of a dragon?
No.
You want 6/3 of a dragon?
Go away.
Ooh, PPC++. That's an AC-10, basically.
Strong atoms.
Yeah.
Yoink.
That's a good gun.
Yes.
SRM2 with plus stability damage.
Also +2 damage. It's doing more than average damage.
20 whole damage.
I've seen SRMs with +4 damage. Can they get up to +6?
I
or is +4 the
do
max?
believe they can, actually, yeah.
Oh, man.
Could probably boot up my game and see if I got any.
New weapon systems available.
In a way, much was accomplished. We have one large broken through the large barrier. More large will follow.
You have
in
one of the
time.
best larges, too.
Yes. The
Grasshopper is so good.
We have Orion bits. We have catapult bits. Those are waiting to condense.
The Ryan K is not a rare mech, so you are likely to get that one soon. The Ryan is actually one of the most common heavies, and thankfully, because it's also one of the best heavies.
I wish the Black Knights showed up more, but I've only seen one of them myself.
They're rare. They are intentionally rare because they are extinct in the wild.
For now.
Battle technology.
Battling. Tech.